Good afternoon, students. Today, in subject strength of materials, today we are going to learn about learn problems on cantilever beam. Learn problems on cantilever beam subjected to point load at a free end. What is the maximum slope and deflection by using Mechele's method? So problem on Mechele's methods are very important for your exams, but in this method, that is on Mechele's method, more problems given in your final exam from simply supported beam and cantilever beam, and more derivations coming from double integration method. So particularly in double integration method and Mechele's method are similar methods. But derivations are important for double integration method and problems are important in Mechele's method. So that's why today I am going to explain one problem on Mechele's method on cantilever beam. So the problem is a cantilever beam of span 4 meters carries a point load of 30 kilonewton at its free end. So this point load acting on beam at a free end. So calculate. So he required the slope and deflection. At the free end. So by using for this particular problem, so we are going to using Mechele's method. So actually is in the problem he required and he asked by using a Mechele's method. That is Mechele's method. By using Mechele's method. And here one more given data, that is take EI. EI is nothing but flexural rigidity, that is given in the problem 4000 kilonewton into meter square. So here units is in EI units is in kilonewton into meter square. Here point load is in kilonewton and span length in meters. So there is a no required to conversion of units from kilonewton into meter square to newton into mm square. Okay, why? Because here not given in the problem E is separate and I is separate, but here is the product of Young's modulus and moment of inertia. So is in the problem he multiple the values and he given a one given data, that is 4000 kilonewton into meter square. So here no required. So the solution is, so in this video we are going to find a constants of integration, that is C1 and C2. So C1 and C2 getting from integration of equation number 1. Once you can get a constant of integration 1, that is C1, and once again integrating equation number 2, that is slope equation, you can get a constant of integration C2. So that is the constant of integration 2. So in this video we are going to find that constants of integration C1 and C2, and then after in next video we are going to find these maximum deflection and maximum slope and maximum deflection at free end. Why? Because I said that maximum deflection and maximum slope, and for these cantilever beam subjected to point load at free end, the maximum deflection and maximum slope occurs at free end. occurs at free end. So here he find a deflection and slope at free end only. So this is also called as a maximum slope and maximum deflection. So for this question, the diagram is a cantilever beam. One end is fixed, other end is free. The total span length is 4 meters. 4 meters carries a point load of 30 kilonewtons at its free end. So this is the fixed end and this is the free end. At the free end is nothing but here. So that is the 30 kilonewton. So this is the diagram. So this is the end A and this is the end B. So the deflection shape is like this. Parabolic curve. The deflection shape is like a parabolic curve. Looks like a parabolic curve. So the maximum deflection occurs at free end. That is free end denoted letter is B. Y is the denoted letter for deflection. At free end is nothing but end B. So this is also called as a Y maximum also. And next the slope. So the slope is nothing but here is the slope line. Looks like a inclined line. So here is the maximum slope, that is IB. So I is the denoted letter for slope and B is the at free end. B is the end of at free end. B is the letter end of free end. So for this particular question, so where it is maximum deflection occurs, you didn't know. First you didn't know. So you can assume that maximum deflection from free end as a X. So you can assume that maximum deflection occurs point from B. The distance assume as X. So this is X nothing but taking a section from this diagram, taking a section at a distance, taking one deflection section. So where it is occurs, the maximum deflection occurs, deflection point is X dash X. From B it is taken as a X from B, distance X from B. So X distance, so distance is nothing but is in meters or mm, but here is the span length given as in units of meters. So these X distance is in meters only, So for finding of these X distance, so later on, so this is X distance X from B. So taking a bending moment, the BM bending moment of the section is the bending moment of the section is, so moment denoted letter is X. At X mx equal to moment at X equal to, so here it is only a point load coming from B to the X dash X, So for these point load, the moment is downward deflection and from B to X dash X. So the distance is nothing but X. Why? Because this maximum deflection, first you don't know that deflection can you assume as X. So this deflection coming from B to X dash X in the downward direction. So downward direction is nothing but hogging is nothing but minus, sogging plus. So it is hogging deflection is nothing but minus. So point load moment formula is force into distance. So force is 30 and distance is X. Force is 30 and distance is X. 30 into X. So in bracket you can write it is a hogging deflection. That's why here put a minus negative sign, and here 30 into X. So this is mx is nothing but from differential equation. Mx equal to ei into d square y by dx square. So substituting this value in equation number, substituting this value in this equation, that is mx equal to nothing but ei into d square y by dx square. So mx is nothing but ei into d square y by dx square equal to minus 30 into x. So this is the equation number 1. So this is a one equation. So this equation can help us to finding a maximum deflection and maximum slope, these equation after integrating the values you can get a constants of integration. Then after applying the boundary conditions you can get a values of constants of integration. So let's do that. By integrating once equation number 1 we can get so this equation after integrating once you can get a constant of integration C1. So EI is the constant value EI. So d square y by dx square with respect to x integration is dy by dx equal to, so minus 30 is the constant value, and x is with respect to x is nothing but integration is x power 1, so x square by 2 plus C1. So C1 is the constant value of after integrating this equation number 1. So this is equation number 2. Let us assume this is equation number 2. So this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. So this equation number 2, after finding the C1 value you can substitute that C1 value in equation number 2, you can get a slope expression. This is the slope expression. Why in this equation you can saw a dy by dx, so dy by dx is the denominator for slope. And next, after integrating the equation number 2, by integrating equation 2 with respect to x, we can get so EI is nothing but constant, dy by dx integration is y. EI so dy by dx integration is y equal to so 2 this 15 times, so minus 15 is constant value, minus 15, and x square integration is x cube by 3 plus so C1 integration with respect to x, so C1 is constant with respect to x, C1x. So after integrating equation number 2 you can get a constant of integration, that is C2. So this is equation number 3. And in this equation number 3 you can saw the constants of integration C1 and C2. So for finding constants of integration, that is C1 and C2, you can apply the known conditions, that is boundary conditions. You can apply the boundary conditions. Okay, so that boundary conditions is nothing but for finding of constants of integration C1, to find C1, so the boundary conditions is at x equal to L. In the derivation we already do that in earlier classes, so that is x equal to L. So L is nothing but, here L value is here span length, L is nothing but span length, so span length is 4 meters, that is 4 meters, and dy by dx equal to 0. Okay, and for these boundary conditions you can select the equation number 2. Why? Because in this equation number 2 only you can saw the dy by dx. So here the boundary conditions are x equal to 4 meters and dy by dx equal to 0. So dy by dx is in only in equation number 2. So that's why you can choose a equation number 2 only, not equation number 3. Why? Because in this equation number 3 you can saw the y value, letter y. So in only equation number 2 you can solve the dy by dx. That's why you can choose the equation number 2. So after choosing the equation number 2, so dy by dx equal to 0. So dy by dx equal to 0 into anything, 0. That is 0 equal to minus 15 x square by 2. So here minus 15 x square is nothing but x equal to 3 meters. So 3 square here 3 square plus c1 okay. So c1 equal to minus 135 plus c1. So c1 equal to 135. Minus left hand side minus c1, so minus cancel, c1 equal to 135. So after getting the c1 value, next later you can find the constant of integration 2, that is c2. So for finding of c2 you can apply second boundary condition, that is x equal to 4 meters, nothing but x equal to L and y equal to 0. Here for finding c1 you can apply the boundary condition, that is dy by dx equal to 0, but here finding of c2 you can apply same x equal to L, but in this c2, in this third equation you can saw the y equal to 0, and in this second equation you can get you can't get the c2 value, c2 integration. In only third equation you can saw the constant of integration c2, and in third equation you can saw also here y. So y is the deflection letter, y is the denominator letter for deflection. So that's why here for in substitution of equation number 2 you can apply dy by dx equal to 0. For substitution of in equation number 3 you can apply y equal to 0 only, not dy by dx equal to 0. And y equal to 0, here 0 into anything 0, and minus 15. So x cube, x is nothing but 4 cube by 3, and plus c1, here c1 equal to 135, x is nothing but 4 plus c. The answer is 15 4 cube by 3. So here answer is 330 plus 540 plus c2. So the answer is 540 minus 320 plus 220 plus c2. Okay, so c2 is nothing but minus 220. Okay, and by applying of boundary conditions 2 you can get a c2 constant of integration. By applying a boundary conditions 1 you can get a constant of integration c1. Okay, and this is the constants of integration, and in this video you can get a constant of integration c1 and c2, but in the next video here we required a slope and deflection. By using these c1 and c2 and equation number 2 and equation number 3, and we are going to find a maximum slope and deflection. Okay, thank you.